Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the MonkeyBoy Presents DC Comics Superhero Collection by Eaglemoss, and today we have issue number 38 for you, Guy Gardner. And for those of you who aren't aware of this guy, he is another member of the Green Lantern Corps. He's also the third Green Lantern to patrol and protect Earth, although technically he could have been the first and he should have been the second, but we'll get into that when we cover the magazine, which will tell us pretty much everything we need to know about Mr. Guy Gardner here, his time with the Corps, his time out of the Corps. He's pretty much a sort of a, I don't know, he's just a badass, I guess. He doesn't like being told what to do very much. And then we'll take a look at the figure itself, covering the good, the bad, and the ugly. A very nice figure in my opinion. Really cool magazine. I love the Green Lantern Corps. I'm so happy that there are so many different Green Lanterns in this series, which of course you'll all get to see eventually. But without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at number 38 of the DC Comics Superhero Collection by Eaglemoss, Guy Gardner. First up, Guy's character section. It's here we're introduced to Guy Gardner, a former phys ed instructor at a local high school turned owner and operator of a bar, and we find that he came very close to being chosen as Abin Sur's replacement as the Green Lantern of Sector 2814. We also learn that Guy wasn't passed over just once to be a Green Lantern, but twice. Third time was the charm for Guy Gardner, though, after he was selected by the Corps to accompany fellow hero Green Arrow on an adventure. Months later, Guy was pulled from the Phantom Zone by the Guardians of the Universe, who needed all the help they could get, enlisting heroes from across Earths to help fight the evil being known as the Anti-Monitor. After the crisis was averted, Guy was awarded a position on the Justice League International, and his bad attitude quickly got him into trouble with team leader Batman. His temper was cooled somewhat while he was with the JLA after he began having a romantic relationship with team member Ice. Eventually, he had his ring taken from him by Hal Jordan after the Corps decided that there were too many Green Lanterns patrolling Earth. Guy didn't take very well to having his power stripped away from him, and actually found a way to steal Sinestro's yellow power ring. After a while, the Warrior's yellow power ring lost its charge, and having no way to recharge it, Guy turned to fellow Justice Leaguer Blue Beetle, who helped him build a power suit. Stripped of power yet again, Guy sought out the fabled Water of Warriors, an ancient elixir said to give superpowers. After unlocking his Voldarian DNA, Warrior becomes a powerhouse in the DCU, taking on other heavy hitters like the evil Major Force. As Guy was nearing death, Hal Jordan's ring duplicated itself and traveled to Guy under orders from the Guardians of the Universe. The ring resuscitated him, covering him in a glowing green light, and Guy suddenly arose from his bed in his Green Lantern suit once more. Next up, we take a look at some of Guy's classic stories. First up, Guy Gardner Reborn. And this miniseries picks up after Hal Jordan has taken the ring away from Guy, and Guy is desperate to find another source of power. He actually enlists the aid of Lobo, among a bunch of other characters, and makes his way to Oa, where he tries to steal Sinestro's yellow power ring, but comes up against the spirit of Sinestro, who is trapped inside the ring and is giving Guy a hard time about taking it. It's a clever little story, and it's definitely way out there. Very sci-fi, lots of fun. We also have Guy Gardner, Collateral Damage. And this story, in a nutshell, is about Guy getting involved in an intergalactic conflict that he wants nothing to do with, only getting involved after his bar is trashed, and has him in top comical sleazy form as he is more interested in hitting on the female representatives from the two warring races than he is in dealing with the war itself. It's fun, it's only 2 issues long, and it's definitely worth checking out. Guy's Allies and Enemies section features fellow Green Lanterns Soranik Natu and Kilowog. And finally, the Original Thinking section continues the DC timeline with Part 29, Monoliths. We learn in 776 BC the very first Olympic Games took place to honor and revere Lord Zeus and the other gods of Olympus. We also learn the wrath of God given physical form, also known as the Spectre, was given free rein to cleanse the planet in preparation for the coming of the new Savior, and it started by destroying the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah. We also learn the ancient Egyptian sorcerer known as Nabu would continue on through the ages, eventually becoming known as the hero Dr. Fate. Here we have Guy Gardner, the second Green Lantern, and I honestly have to say I really love this figure. I think it's great. I probably sound like a broken record because the past few figures I've really enjoyed, but this Green Lantern puts the first Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, the figure at least, to shame, honestly. The green on this one is spot on this time, in my opinion. It's that nice emerald green, which is what I said the first Green Lantern should have been. They also did away with that metallic fleck in the paint, which helps to lighten it up and not make it look so drab. I do love the white piping on the collar of his vest. Also, the collar of his shirt is a nice gray, and it almost looks like a sort of knitted material. And then just a hint of the black costume peeking out there, so the different textures are really nice. His ring, also, unlike Hal's, is detailed. You can actually see it looks like a little Green Lantern, unlike a splotch of paint on his fist. So that, again, is a really nice detail. The head sculpt on Guy here is also fantastic. You can see he's got this real sort of cocky, smart-ass look on his face, which I think is great. He's got that flipped hair. I love that they went with the more modern look for Guy here as well, so he doesn't have that awful bowl haircut. He's got more of a normal-looking kind of head of hair. And love the color orange, love the blue eyes on him. Every little detail on this guy is honestly, I think, spectacular. He's another really great addition to the line. and we'll have some better pictures here for you in just a second. Guy stands atop the DC logo, and on the underside of his base is his name along with serial number. So you can get a sense of scale, here he is next to Sinestro. Another shot with fellow Green Lantern Hal Jordan. And finally, a group shot with the rest of the Justice League International. And as I said before, this is really one of my favorite figures in the line, honestly. I love the Green Lantern Corps. I was very excited when I heard that we were not going to get just Hal, we were going to get all 4 of Earth's Green Lanterns. And even, you know, a few other Green Lantern Corps members that I didn't expect to see. This one, though, is really great. He's a step above, I think, the Hal Jordan one. We'll start, of course, with the Good. I love the pose, love the facial sculpt on this one, the head sculpt. It is outstanding on this figure. I love the smirk on his face, I love his hair color, the furrows in his brow. His eyes are great. One of the best details on him are the eyes. Of course, I can't do this figure without comparing him to Hal Jordan. As you can see, the greens are totally different in my opinion. I think the green on Guy is much more appropriate, and it's too bad that the first edition of Hal was such a deep green. That might have been something they corrected. I don't know for sure, because they've started reissuing some of the old ones. Maybe they fixed that. I hope they did. Also, the logo on Guy is a little bit nicer, but it's a decal. That's okay, I suppose. It's nice. It would have been nice if it was stenciled on, but whatever. Another thing that's really nice on Guy that they kind of didn't get right on Hal is the ring. As you can see, Hal's ring, just a little dot of paint on his fist, nothing fantastic, but then you can see Guy's ring. It's molded on the hand. There's a little depression where the center of the Green Lantern symbol is, and it looks like the Lantern logo, like the ring should. It's really nicely done. The collar on the vest itself, it's very nicely detailed. You can see the knitted collar of his undershirt there as well. It's like a gray as opposed to the black of the rest of the costume. The gloves are really nicely detailed. His belt, you can see the silver buckle, all the different loops and things on the belt. Really nice details all the way down to the shoes, which have some wrinkling in them, a little bit of wear to them, and the little buckles and the straps that go all the way around the leg. It's a really nice looking figure, I think, all the way around. The only complaint, the only issue I have with this figure is the fact that the logo is a decal. It's unfortunate, but it does look good. It just bugs me that, you know, they couldn't hand paint that, but whatever. The Ugly, he's a solid figure. Nothing really to complain about, nothing breakable on him. You know, if you're picky, check him before you buy if you have that luxury. But overall, very happy to have this guy. He looks great with the JLI. It's nice having him next to Hal. He kind of makes Hal look a little bit better, in my opinion, when he's on the shelf next to him. Yeah, love the Green Lantern Corps. It's really nice that they are going to expand the ranks. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this issue. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Please stay tuned for the teaser trailer. We are going back into special edition territory. Very excited to bring this one to you. This is the first, I think, of the special editions that hits every mark for me. Size, detail, everything. So, looking forward to that. Once again, I have been your host, the Monkey Boy, aka Jay to his friends. Thanks so much for watching.